In this recording, we're going to look at the first 2 or 3 activities that you have to do for this course. The first 2 activities are based on 2 mini courses created by Intel. The one is moving into mobile learning and the other is creativity in the mobile classroom. Both of these mini courses have a K-12 flavor to them, but I think that they uncover a lot of ideas about mobile learning because we want to cover it in its broadest sense. Mobile learning is more than app development. There are things that you can do in your classroom using mobile learning technologies that are not necessarily mobile apps. So there are ways that you can, use your mobile phone in the classroom. There are ways that you can use tablets. And so these get you into thinking about that. Of course, apps is a big part of it, but apps are not all of it. So your first one, what I'm asking you to do is to go through the first week, and this is due on August 24th, as it shows here on the slide, is for you to complete the Moving into Mobile Learning course. At the end of as you complete this course, I want you to complete something that's called an action plan. And I have provided 2 examples of completed action plans for you. But let's just open up this first action plan so you can see what it is. Taking it a minute. Sorry about that. I didn't have it already open. So if you look up this, if you look at this action plan, I don't want to look at it that way. I want to shrink it. Yeah, I'm on my husband's computer, and Lord knows it's a huge one. His screen is just ridiculous. So here we go. So here it is. Like this, moving into mobile learning has 3 modules and then a wrap up. It'll probably take you about 2 hours to make it through this module, which is not bad for a week's work. Maybe it may take you a little bit more, but it'll take you about 2 hours. And what you do in this action plan, not for every activity. Every module has multiple lessons, and there's an activity associated with every lesson. Then for some of those lessons, you are required to complete and provide your responses in your action plan. So that's what your action plan is. But what I've also done is, if you go through this action plan, at certain points you will see these big red BB Learn discussion board activities. So at certain points in this action plan, I'm going to ask you to go to the discussion board and post the answers to some questions related to some of the things that you've done. So for example, this one says, go to the Moving to Mobile Learning bulletin board discussion forum and answer the questions in the after module 1, lesson 2, activity 2, personalization of learning thread. So you will have answered the questions in the in the action plan, and then you'll go answer sometimes similar questions, sometimes very different questions on the discussion board. And what we'll do is we'll have everybody to do that. And when we come together to do our group discussions after we've gone through these 2 mini lessons, we will talk about the things that we found. So if you scroll through here, there's another one. There's 2, 3, 4. I think there are 5. Yeah, there are 5 discussion boards activities in this course. So as you're going through the course, you should keep this action plan in front of you so that you can know when you're going to write your answers to the action plan. What I don't recommend you do is to just skip to the, like here, where it says Mobile 1, Lesson 1, Activity 3. If it's an Activity 3, that means there were Activities 1 and 2 somewhere, right? That doesn't mean that you ought to skip Activities 1 and 2. It just means that you don't have to record those 2 here. Okay? I think that's about it. So we're asking you to do that, and you have about a week to get that done. So, and then the following week you have another mini course from Intel, and this one is creativity in the mobile classroom, and it works the same way. You have an action plan document that you will complete. Then you have 2 completed examples already here for you. In the one that you complete, you'll have your I'm sorry, my husband is in Toastmasters. He would kill me for saying and ah. But anyway, in creativity in the mobile learning forum, there are 7 points at which you are asked to go to the discussion board. And I'm asking that you actually go to the discussion board at those points in time rather than waiting until you've done everything and then going and trying to answer them all at one time. Okay? So you have 1 week to do the first one, and you have another week to do the second one. I would imagine it would take you maybe 2 to 4 hours to do each one. If you, in doing the activities, if you put everything into it, that would be my expectation. And to be honest, that's a light load for a doctoral course. So if you want to start reading on those books that you have chosen for your book review, I recommend that you do that. Now, the way we're going to wrap up this action plan work and those 2 Intel modules is we're going to schedule a 60 to 90 minute synchronous session via Zoom. Um, I'm going to send out a couple of doodle polls, and I may have them posted here by, I'll have the doodle poll posted here by the time the class opens on the 17th. So you'll be able to tell me what days are available for you. I'm going to put times from 3 to 7 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's 3 p.m. I'm not putting morning hours, and that's because I think people work. So if we can't come up with the time for the 4 of us with those initial times, we'll just work on something else. So that's the end of the action of the introduction to this, or introduction to the Intel mobile learning activities. You have to complete the lesson plan. You have to complete the action plan and post it to the assignment Dropbox, and then you have to complete the discussions on the discussion board. And these are the links. That link gets you to. These are the links that get you to the actual courses themselves. And at the end of the course, I think Intel may have a little survey for you. There's something that Intel wants you to tell them at the end of each course, and I ask that you do that. So that's it for this particular set of activities. I'm going to end this video now, and I'll create another video to discuss our other activities.